I want to pay tribute to the member for South Cambridgeshire for securing this debate. I did have a much longer speech prepared, but I will cut it back just to say that we know the destabilising force that can be unleashed through scarcity of food and what that can mean to our communities around the globe, as we've just heard from my colleague. And we also know that we're living in an Anthropocene, which means humans are the dominant force in shaping the Earth's environment. Now, that can make us all terrified and think that there's nothing we can do, but actually it tells a story that's completely opposite to that. It shows that we are the ones that can influence, and whether that's signing up to the Declaration on Food Systems at the next COP, or the great work of local groups to improve access to waste food, like Foodworks in Sheffield, or Regather, who produce food locally in Sheffield. There's some great examples where people are taking control of the issues around sustainable food, and that should be celebrated in this place. But we can't get away from the elephant in the room, that if we don't do enough at COP, not just on food and sustainability, but also around nature and climate change, especially around oil and gas and coal, we are going to be in trouble. So this is a heartfelt plea to the government to continue to stand firm with our commitments that we had in our manifesto to not renew or grant any more licences, and making it clear that no new oil and gas licences will take a single penny off any bills. It will not make us any more energy secure, and it will only accelerate the worsening climate crisis. So I also call on the government to reject the Rosebank proposals that are coming forward as well, because we can't have a planet, we can't have food on this planet, and we can't have community without adequate resources in our communities for people to survive and strive. And we're going to see massive upheaval globally if people aren't able to access their basic needs, and food is fundamental to that, which is why I've also been supporting colleagues' calls for a right to food. And I think that's something we should be talking about globally, not just in the UK.